Hi. I have a small video that I want to show. La exploración desprendida del astrónomo la veo también en el artista, cuyo único afán es abrir una nueva posibilidad, una búsqueda que no concluye nunca, abriendo espacio a la duda y a lo infinito, iluminada por los encuentros. Mi intención es hacer una obra que sea producto de la observación y la experiencia, inspirada en la astronomía, la música y las matemáticas, y en el mito pitagórico que dice que descendemos de seres que cayeron desde las estrellas, y que la única esperanza para volver a subir sería replicar el orden del universo con la práctica de las matemáticas como música. Abrir una ventana de aire, dibujar a través del espacio, activar el vacío, suspenderse en él, volverse liviano y despegar un momento, aunque sea a ninguna parte. El movimiento pendular como el simple y esencial acto de respirar. Mi obra implica el hacer, el valor del tiempo sobre las cosas en desuso, dándoles un nuevo sentido, un espacio donde convivan los encuentros, la ciencia, el arte y en este caso también la tecnología. Estando inmersa en el entorno, abierta a lo impredecible, guiada por la intuición, la imaginación y la inspiración. La forma que veo para alcanzar un verdadero entendimiento de las cosas y lo vivido. Well, thank you. This is a short trailer of a more long documentary that I make from my visit to the observatory in Chile. It's not ready all yet, but it's in process. And today I don't speak very well English, so rather for today, I hope not be very boring, but I'm gonna read a little bit something that I wrote. And I should like to begin by saying thank you, because this experience and the resulting work has been thanks and effect of encounters, like the name of my project. And not only of material and constructive encounters. More than anything was the encounters with great people which have opened possibilities and inspired the process itself. From person and moments to ideas and things. These are quite a few things I can forget, but never forget the moments and people that make things or events memorable. In each project that I take, and in my daily work, what I do is to start precisely from that point. First, trusting that a good first encounter will arise, and those appear, which is different to look for them. In my opinion, there is an attitude toward the unpredictable which is marked the difference between certain and go out to the encounter. Looking for an encounter requires confidence and intuition, in addition to this kind of blind faith that I mentioned in the video, which is what I believe connect the work of astronomer with that of the artist, or whoever is disposed for an encounter. An opening for receiving, and setting aside any fixed or preconceived idea in order to grasp what is coming, without forgetting the purpose, but always flexible, aware, awake, and alert, so as to avoid this easy seduction for anything new can discern and in front of what is appearing on the road. First of all, I must thank with whom I had the honor and pleasure of sharing the entire first stage of this great experience, and he's appeared in the video, it's very important. Fernando Cameron, who is here, the director of ESO, who besides being a great astronomer, it was a great person. Key to the whole project, with admirable sensibility and passions. He trusted on me without being altogether sure of what it was all about, accompanying and inspired my trip by observatories. He even helped collect the material for my first experiment, stopping in mid-desert in abandoned saltpeter refinery to gather part for my mobiles, and even helped me take the wheelbarrow, la carretilla, on the tower of 360 telescope. He helped me everything. In every encounter with him, a great conversation, long walk, an inspiring moment of silence, while waiting for the sun to rise or fall. I thank him, because more than information, he shared with me his experience and concern regarding art and science. The valuable of sharing not only certainties but also doubts made possible a dialogue leading to a deep and true understanding of the experience. Being able to talk and share the pleasant freedom that both artists and astronomers feel in its works, accompanied by this moment of solitude in front of the immensity and unapproachable universe and what is uncertain, but the feeling of a good solitude, as he told me, like his work. There is a difference between loneliness and solitude, because the last, it has been chosen, and let us enjoy the pleasure of understanding and opening new possibilities. I must also thank the rest of the astronomers who were generous enough to accompany me in the project, like Gerardo Avila, Ralph Bennett, and especially Felipe Macauliffe, who with his long and interesting conversation of music and astronomy around the fire became my accomplice, helping me in my first feat of hanging the swing from the tower of the 360 telescope at La Silla. He also said something that inspired me much of the work you can see today in the museum. He told me about the VLT instrument, which after its moment of glory and discovery, now rests with its gaze lost in the southern horizon, awaiting to be put into action once again. This sentence showed me how an instrument and all things become alive and have a soul. And when they stop operating, they don't lose this, but let this life remain quiet, latent, and always open to the possibility of being activated or revived, giving them a new sense. Therefore, hanging 10 swings, which we cannot reach in the museum, which is my project, not only for safety reason, you can reach of them, but because there is a deeper reason for this, which is to give space to imagination. My interest in this work is to open this space, pointing a gesture and intention an intention that can be complete by someone else sharing part that suggests a larger whole. These swings, if you go to the museum, you're gonna... okay. Okay. So the swing, if you go to the museum, you're gonna see they are stopped, but it's a pity because I have so many people that I want to say thank you, because in some part they are all the first person. I will try fast. The astronomer. And the second part, it's the scientific. This is my first project using technology. I am like the opposite side of the technology. So for me, it's like very surprising, but they told me, yes, you come here. So I say, okay. And was I think the best that can happen to me, it's approach me to the technology with two amazing people that I don't know, I think they are not here, but I'm gonna say something of them because it was a really beautiful, more than also the information and the functionality of the work. For me, it's interesting the dialogue which arises in between, like in front, like I try to defend the artistic point, and then they try to make functionality the work. And for me, never the functionality, it's very important. For me, it's more like an intention, and if it's work, it's okay. If it's not work, it's okay. It's like, it's not worry for me. But they want to be very perfect, and I understand also. So it's like a negotiation, all the work. And it was really nice because they are two people, and I want to give this name. It's Erwin and Stefan. Both work in Ars Electronica. Erwin is like very scientific and very technical, but he was amazing, like how he can really understand me. And at the end, finally, at the last conversation, we talked about poetry, about metaphor. So it was very nice how I can understand technology and they can understand me, my point of view, more artistic. And finally, we find a beautiful note, which you can hear in the museum also, and it's the note who capture the movement of this distant swing that we're gonna send to different points, tracing a skull constellation over the city. But it was great, the communication between Stefan and Erwin, and finally with a little words, because I speak very bad and everything, they can understand me, I can understand them, and we find this note that I imagine it's not like the ting of the piano, it's more like the extending and prolonging note in the space of the cello. So it's something like more the breathing of the note of the breathing. So it's beautiful, like music can reproduce something who I can explain with my works and makes together art and technology, and finally we are like very happy with the work, and for me it was an amazing experience. Know the technology with these two special persons who are really the best, and I say thank you to them, thank you to Fernando, thank you to all the astronomers, and I rather to talk of the people more than what I do, because I can explain, but I think for me it's more important the experience and the people who are behind the experience.